How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with a video on a new movie that came out recently. Well, to the US, since this is an anime movie. It's the One Piece Film Red. This movie came out, I guess, this week. I don't remember. I don't know if it came out before. Probably not. I think it's this week. But Film Red already came out in Japan. It came out here, sub dub, whatever you want to watch it in. Me and some friends went to go watch it. We watched it in sub. The I'm honestly surprised that there wasn't any dub listings for when we went, but I'm fine out of the way. I think the sub for that show is great no matter what. So watching it in sub was no problem. And by the way, I'm gonna go into this. It's there's gonna be no spoilers for this movie whatsoever. I want everybody, whether you watch this show, read the manga, to watch this video, to go watch this movie because it was really good. So there's not gonna be a single spoiler, or if there is, it's gonna be very brief. But I'm gonna try my hardest not to have any spoilers. It's probably gonna be in the title as well. But Film Red, I want to give my rating right now. This movie is an 8 to a 9. This movie was great. I loved it. And one thing that I love about it is that if you aren't a One Piece fan, if you never watched the show or never read it or nothing like that, if you barely know anything, then you'll enjoy this movie. The only thing that you need to know is that the main character is Luffy. He has a pirate crew. Everybody's pirates. There's the navy out there who are against pirates. It's a world of turmoil, and Uta is one of the pirates' daughters, and that's that. Like the movie does a decent job explaining it. It's just that you don't know who some of these characters are. So like if you're not a One Piece fan, that you will know who Law is or Bartolomeo or Bueno or Katakuri or any of these people. You will know who they are. But if you are a One Piece fan, then good for you because this makes the experience a whole lot better. And not even saying like the if you don't know, then you're not gonna enjoy it. No, if you don't know, you're gonna enjoy the movie at least a small amount. You're gonna get some enjoyment from it. But it is better if you are. Oh, my goodness, excuse me. I'm not cutting that out. If it is better if you are a One Piece fan. If you are, then you get to see all these characters, all your favorite characters, just gather around, fight, and just have a good time. But it's not just about the characters gathering around, because if it was, then it would just be like the other One Piece movies, from what I hear, where it's just them gathering around, them fighting, and then all that stuff. This one actually has a story, and again, I'm not going to go into the story, but it does have a formative story that you don't need to watch the show for, and it's cool. It's cool. It has great characters. The new characters introduced to this, well, it's only really two characters, but the two new characters introduced were fire. One of them being better than the other. One of them being the poster girl of this movie, being Uta. She's cool. She's really cool, and not what I expected her to be. Honestly, from all the promotion that this movie was getting, that's not what I expected her to be like, which is just wild. But she's fun. She's fun to watch. Yeah, the other character, I'm not gonna say their name. He was cool, but they weren't the star of the show. But then you have all the other One Piece characters showing up, and man, oh man, were they fire. Oh my goodness. Like, this movie had great music. I'll get to the music later, but for right now, great music, unbelievably great. You had peak animation as always. The One Piece movie animation, the Toei funds are really going deep, bro. The pockets really be deep because this animation looks wild. Not the best animation I've ever seen, because even the show has like some peak animation compared to it, but man, the animation was nutty, actually nutty, insane, and it rivals some of the best animation out there. Like even the Broly movie stuff like that. It was good. It was really good. And the fact that it's in theater shows like, yo, this IP is big enough to have that budget. So it's just like, yo, man, it was so good. The animation was great. The fights, they were good. They were good. But it was only really one main fight that mattered the most. So the other ones were kind of like sidebars to them. There wasn't a lot of fighting going on. It wasn't like 1v1s like One Piece usually does. But the big fight was really good. Really good. I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought it was gonna be something different. But this main fight was really good, and the idea was just so creative, especially with the main crux of the movie being kind of like a plot twist. It's like, yo, this is fire. I like this plot. I think it's good. I think it's serviceable for what the movie is, but it doesn't take a back seat. The plot is the most important part. So it's like, yo, I like that. But again, again, characters were great. The music, well, not the music. The animation was great. The fights were cool. Just the jokes as well. They were funny. They weren't like Dragon Ball level jokes in the superhero movie. Actually, speaking of, I didn't talk about that movie. I forgot to make a video on that. I did watch it. I gotta make a video on that. Oh my goodness, I forgot to talk about it. Oh shoot, alright. But yeah, the One Piece movie, it doesn't have the same level of jokes as that movie, but it was still good. It still had some funny jokes. It was still, it was One Piece, you know? At the end of the day, it was One Piece. It was gonna be funny. But some characters did take a kind of a backseat role. Most of Luffy's crew really did. It was mostly just Luffy, Uta, and Thou, who shall not be named. Oh, actually, nah. Never mind. You guys saw him in the trailers. It's Shanks. He's in this movie. But those three are honestly the most important parts of this movie. So they took more of a big focus while the other characters didn't really. They were more just assets because of their devil fruit. But I think that's fine because there's so many characters in One Piece that I'm not even upset by that. Like, I feel like at the very least, there are over 50 characters in mainline One Piece that are in this movie. And that's just being reductive. I've, there's probably close to 100 if you really stretch it thin. If you really stretch it thin and try to count all the characters from the show that are in this movie. But there's so many of them, so it's hard to give a good focus to any other one except the main characters. So I can understand that. But that aside, music, this is some of the best music I've heard in a movie ever. Like in terms of an anime movie, I mean, this rivals the Broly movie in terms of music. This rivals the Demon Slayer movie in terms of music. This rivals the Jujutsu Kaisen movie in terms of music. It was great. It was really good. I forgot the name of the Japanese artist who made this music, but man, she is a really good singer. She is really really good, and the music that they got for this is so different. It's like you have Rage, you have the intro tracks where it's just like, oh, this is normal pop star stuff, but then it goes into other genres. It dives into those, not fully, but it just goes like a decent depth into those genres. It's like, yo, this is kind of fire. This music is really good. If you go to watch that movie in theaters, you're gonna love the music. It's really just gonna engage you so much. This movie has some fire music. I can't overstate that. If you go watch this movie, one of the main things that you should go watch it for is the music. Genuinely, one of the best parts, if not the best part of this movie. This music is amazing. They did such a phenomenal job making the music just so good, honestly. No words can really, well, not no words, but I'm struggling to find the words to just to describe how immaculate, exemplary, downright magnum opus like the music was. It was really good, so good. I can't stop talking about it. But yeah, this movie, the film Red, it has so many moments if you're a One Piece fan that you're just gonna love. Whether you read the manga or not, there's gonna be so many moments that you have your jaw dropping. And like I mean like if you're a fan, if you know these characters, if you've seen the show, and if you may know what's going on in the manga, you're gonna love it. Because I'm not gonna go deep into it, like I'm not gonna talk about it specifically, but there's a moment in this movie that should not be here because it's spoilers, like heavy spoilers that should not be here. But my jaw dropped when me and some of my friends were watching it, and someone who I know who is caught up with it, me and him were watching it, and it was just like, yo, why is that there? That should not be there. Why is that happening? It was so fire, but she's like, yo, the anime onlys are gonna be tweaking, bro. But it was short. It was small. It was short. It was barely noticeable if you don't know what's going on. But overall, again, this movie is an 8 at its best. It's like a 9, but at its worst, it's like a 7. Maybe because of like the intro, because it took a little bit to get going, but once it got going, it really got going. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoy. Again, I try to make this as spoiler free as possible so you can everybody can watch this video and just go watch the movie because it's really good. But I'll check y'all out. Hope y'all have a great rest of your night and the One Piece is real.